Imagine taking a stroll through the streets of North Carolina, and someone walks up to you with a mic and a cameraman behind him, and then asks you if you follow MrBeast on TikTok. And when you say yes, they'll hand you a suitcase full of thousands of dollars. Crazy, right? Well, that actually happened in a MrBeast video. It just goes to show how much of a philanthropist MrBeast really is. And to shed even more light on his generosity, here are 10 philanthropic activities MrBeast has done for the world. Number 1. Team Trees. In 2019, MrBeast and his buddy Mark Rober had this idea to plant 20 million trees. Why? Because MrBeast had just hit 20 million subscribers on YouTube, and he wanted to celebrate big time. So, they launched this epic campaign called #TeamTrees. And get this, MrBeast kicks things off with a whopping $1 million donation. Talk about starting with a bang! But here's where it gets even cooler. People from all over the world jump on board. I'm talking influencers, regular folks, you name it. Everyone's spreading the word and chipping in to make this tree planting dream a reality. Plus, it's not just about throwing money at the problem. Nope. Volunteers from every corner of the globe rolled up their sleeves and got their hands dirty. They're out there planting saplings, restoring ecosystems, you name it, they're doing it. And in 2020, they did it. The #TeamTrees campaign raised a whopping $20 million, and they've got the trees to prove it. From North America to Africa, these guys left their mark literally by planting trees all over the place. Number 2. He spent over $100,000 on homeless shelters. MrBeast, in his usual generous nature, did something incredible for homeless shelters in the US. I'm talking about $100,000 in generosity. MrBeast and his crew didn't just write a check and call it a day. Oh no, they rolled up their sleeves and got to work. They hit up these shelters and asked them, "Hey, what do you guys need?" And then they go out and buy it all. It was mainly basic stuff like household necessities, clothes, furniture. You name it, they've got it. But get this, they even splurged on some extra goodies like appliances, bikes, and even TVs and video game consoles. I mean, talk about going above and beyond. And you know what? It made a world of difference. Those shelters were buzzing with excitement and gratitude. MrBeast's generosity brought comfort and relief to so many people who needed it most. Number 3. MrBeast built a school in Africa. So, picture this. There's this school in Cameroon, right? But it's not your average school. It's struggling big time. No roof, no electricity, no clean water. Basically, none of the basics. Kids there were trying to learn in conditions that were just not safe or conducive to education. But then, enter MrBeast and his team from Beast Philanthropy. They heard about the school and knew they had to do something. So, they sent their reps over to Cameroon and got to work. During the holidays, they rolled up their philanthropic sleeves and started building. Can you believe it? They completely transformed the place. They put up a new school building, installed electricity and water, and even made sure there were proper toilets. Talk about a major upgrade! And get this, now over 300 students have this awesome new learning environment to thrive in. It's amazing what a little bit of kindness and hard work can do, right? Hats off to MrBeast and his crew for making such a huge difference in these kids' lives. Number 4. He builds wells in underdeveloped countries. So, you know how we all turn on the tap and clean water magically appears. Not really, but you get the idea. In some parts of the world, like Cameroon and Africa, that would be regarded as a luxury. But guess who swooped in to save the day? Yep, you guessed it, MrBeast. He saw what was going on and decided enough was enough. So, he built not one, not two, but 3 new wells for the community. And we're not talking about little drips here. These bad boys can churn out 10,000 liters of clean water every single day. The people were over the moon. They threw this massive parade just to say thanks. Can you imagine the joy of finally having access to something as basic as clean water? But even though MrBeast did this out of the goodness of his heart, some people still found a way to criticize him. Can you believe it? Like, come on! The guy's out here making a real difference in people's lives, and all they can do is nitpick. MrBeast didn't let that stop him. Oh no, he kept going. But did that dampen his philanthropic spirit? Watch till the end of this video to get your answer. Number 5. He renovated an orphanage in South Africa. MrBeast found out about this children's home in South Africa that was really struggling. Like, they were barely hanging on and in danger of closing their doors for good. But you know MrBeast, he doesn't sit back and watch. Oh no, he jumps into action. Fast forward 6 months, and bam! The big reveal happens. MrBeast and his crew have completely transformed the place. New homes, a spanking new playground. Literally, everything's brand new. And it gets even better. MrBeast used his connections to get all these food companies on board. Can you imagine? They pledged to keep the orphanage stocked with food for a whole year. That's like winning the lottery for these kids. And let me tell you, seeing the looks on those kids' faces when they see their new home, it's priceless. You can just feel the shock and happiness radiating off them. Number 6. MrBeast's Beast Philanthropy. At this point, it's already obvious that MrBeast is the real deal when it comes to making a difference. I mean, seriously, the guy's done it all. He's funded charities, helped paralyzed pups, and even donated prosthetics to those who needed them. And guess what? It's all a part of this awesome cycle of giving that MrBeast has set up. So, he's got this side channel called Beast Philanthropy. And let me tell you, it's not your typical YouTube gig. Nope, it's 100% non-profit. Every single dollar made from ads, merch sales, and brand deals. Yeah, you guessed it. It all goes right back into charity. And the best part? Each video helps raise money for the next big project. It's like this never-ending cycle of kindness and generosity. I don't know about you, but I have a lot of respect for MrBeast and what he has built with Beast Philanthropy. Who knows how far they can go with this incredible mission they're on? Number 7. MrBeast helps cure blindness around the world. MrBeast teamed up with SEE International, this awesome nonprofit that provides free eye care to folks who need it most. In just under 3 weeks, MrBeast and his crew managed to help 1,000 people see more clearly. How amazing is that? Now here's the thing. Even with all the scientific breakthroughs out there, over 200 million people are still struggling with poor eyesight worldwide. But MrBeast wasn't about to sit back and let that slide. Not if he could help it. He knew that one of the biggest challenges with eye surgeries is accessibility. So, what does he do? He goes on this epic global tour of curing blindness. We're talking Mexico, Honduras, Indonesia, Brazil, Vietnam, Kenya, and Jamaica. And to top it all off, he drops a $100,000 donation towards surgery operations. Talk about making it rain with kindness. The cherry on top? He gave away a Tesla to one of the kids. Because, why not? There's no better way to celebrate someone's newfound eyesight than letting them hit the road for the first time. I mean, come on, that's just pure joy right there. Number 8. Team C's. From the name, you could guess what it was about and who he partnered with. That's right, MrBeast and Mark Rober teamed up again for a follow-up to Team Trees. They called it Team C's. So, what's the deal with Team C's? Well, it's all about cleaning up our oceans. And who better to tackle that than these guys, right? The YouTubers didn't mess around. They launched this massive fundraiser. And guess what? They raised over 33 million bucks. Can you believe it? Talk about making waves. And every single dollar from the fundraiser goes straight to the Ocean Conservancy and the Ocean Cleanup. These organizations are on a mission to clean up our oceans, and now they've got some serious cash to make it happen. But here's where it gets even cooler. For every dollar donated, they pledge to remove 1 pound of marine debris from the ocean. I mean, do the math, folks. That's a whole lot of trash getting cleaned up. So, thanks to Team C's, our oceans are a whole lot cleaner now. Number 9. He helped over 1,000 deaf people hear again. MrBeast gets his hands on over $3 million worth of top-of-the-line hearing technology. These high-tech gadgets analyze people's hearing needs, and all without causing any damage. But here's where it gets even cooler. MrBeast doesn't just keep it local. He hops on a plane and travels all over the globe. To Mexico, Guatemala, Brazil, South Africa, Malawi, and Indonesia. And not only does he help these folks hear again, but he also hands out $10,000 to each of them. Yep, you heard that right. One guy with 12 grandkids walks away with $12,000. Can you imagine the look on their faces? One couple jokingly said they'd use the money to buy a new jet ski. And you know what MrBeast does? He goes ahead and buys them a new jet ski. Oh, and let's not forget about the other goodies they got. Taylor Swift tickets, sporting event tickets, you name it. It's like Christmas came early for these lucky folks. And just when you thought it couldn't get any better, MrBeast goes and donates $100,000 to organizations around the world that teach sign language. Talk about spreading the love. Number 10. MrBeast One-of-a-Kind Clothing Drive. A few years back, MrBeast noticed something that really bothered him. While tons and tons of clothes were being wasted every single year, there were people out there who didn't even have the basics. So, what does he do? He starts giving away free clothes. And when I say a lot, I mean $2.7 million worth of clothes. But he didn't do it alone. Nope. He teamed up with some big names like Champion and Rich Wallet, who chipped in to make it all happen. Together, they spread kindness from the US down to India. The Hopi Tribe Reservation in Arizona was not left out. He made sure they got their fair share. He also left them with 13 tons of food. Why? Just because. Which act of kindness did we leave out? Let us know in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.